Throughout the sands of time and mystery, few legends have captured the imagination of occultists, mystics, and seekers of truth as deeply as the Secret Brotherhood of Thoth. Veiled in shadows and obscured by layers of allegory, the Brotherhood is said to be an esoteric order of priests and sages who serve Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, magic, and the moon. More than mere myth, the Brotherhood of Thoth represents the eternal human quest for enlightenment, an elusive pursuit of divine knowledge preserved through secrecy, ritual, and sacred texts, most notably the enigmatic Emerald Tablet. The roots of the Brotherhood stretch back to the misty dawn of civilization in ancient Egypt, a time when gods and mortals were said to coexist. Thoth, known to the Greeks as Hermes Trismegistus, was more than a deity. He was a divine scribe, credited with inventing writing, language, mathematics, and the disciplines of science and philosophy. Ancient texts describe Thoth as the record keeper of the gods, the architect of the heavens, and the intermediary between divine and mortal realms. According to legend, Thoth selected a chosen few, high priests, astrologers, and philosophers, to guard the sacred knowledge he inscribed in magical texts. These initiates formed the nucleus of the Brotherhood. Hidden beneath temple complexes in cities like Heliopolis and Hermopolis, they studied the metaphysical laws of the universe, encoded in cryptic languages and symbols. They were believed to possess the original Emerald Tablet, a tablet of green crystal said to contain the foundational principles of alchemy and the structure of reality itself. The Brotherhood was not a public institution. Its members were hand-picked based on their intellect, spiritual disposition, and moral purity. Entry into the Brotherhood involved a series of grueling initiations that tested the candidate's resolve, perception, and capacity to handle sacred truths. Initiates were sworn to secrecy under pain of death, bound by oaths not just to conceal the knowledge, but to protect it from misuse. The initiation chambers, as described in esoteric manuscripts, were labyrinthine caverns adorned with astral charts, sacred geometry, and hieroglyphic inscriptions. Initiates underwent symbolic death and rebirth, journeys through the underworld, and confrontations with their own shadows. They were taught to interpret signs in nature, manipulate dream states, and understand the harmonic structure of the cosmos. These rituals were said to culminate in a direct communion with Thoth himself, a mystical encounter in which the initiate would receive a fragment of the god's infinite wisdom. Whether this was visionary, symbolic, or metaphysical remains open to interpretation, but the Brotherhood believed that the wisdom of Thoth could only be understood through experience, not just intellectual study. The teachings of the Brotherhood revolved around the Emerald Tablet, a short but profoundly cryptic piece of hermetic text said to contain the key to transforming base matter into gold, both literally and spiritually. The phrase, "as above, so below," comes from this tablet, encapsulating the hermetic principle that the macrocosm, universe, and microcosm, man, are reflections of each other. The Brotherhood's teachings were not limited to alchemy. They delved into astral projection, sacred mathematics, the vibration of sound, and the manipulation of light. Symbols such as the Ankh, life, the Eye of Horus, perception, and the Jed pillar, stability, were central to their rituals. Geometry and frequency were believed to be divine languages, and each ritual action resonated on multiple planes of existence. Much like modern quantum physics, the Brotherhood held that reality was not fixed, but fluid, malleable to those who understood the underlying principles. They believed in reincarnation and the transmutation of the soul, teaching that life was a journey toward enlightenment that spanned multiple lifetimes. Although centered around Thoth, the Brotherhood did not exist in a theological vacuum. Their cosmology integrated other Egyptian deities, particularly Ma'at, goddess of truth and balance, Osiris, god of rebirth, and Isis, goddess of magic and wisdom. Thoth was seen as the harmonizer of opposites. the voice of balance between chaos and order. As such, the Brotherhood's spiritual philosophy was inherently holistic. They viewed the world as a network of interdependent forces. Even apparent contradictions were to be embraced and resolved through inner alchemy. This principle of duality and its reconciliation was a cornerstone of their metaphysical system. Though the original Brotherhood eventually faded into obscurity, its influence endured. During the Greco-Roman period, Thoth became Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great scribe whose teachings formed the basis of hermeticism. The texts attributed to Hermes, such as the Corpus Hermeticum, echo the Brotherhood's core teachings: the unity of all things, the divinity of the human soul, and the transformative power of knowledge. In the Middle Ages and Renaissance, alchemists, Rosicrucians, and secret societies like the Freemasons drew heavily from Hermetic lore. The Emerald Tablet was translated into Latin and Arabic, circulating among scholars in Europe and the Islamic world. Many alchemists believed that rediscovering the Brotherhood's secrets would unlock immortality and divine insight. The historical fate of the Brotherhood remains unclear. Some suggest it was absorbed into the priesthood of other Egyptian cults, or exiled during the Roman conquest. Others believe the members went underground, passing their secrets through clandestine schools and lineages. Yet, the symbols of the Brotherhood, its cryptic knowledge, its insistence on secrecy, and its transformative rituals appear repeatedly in various mystical traditions throughout history. Even today, conspiracy theories abound. Some claim the Brotherhood evolved into modern secret societies or influences elite institutions that govern world affairs. Others argue it exists only in symbolic form, as an archetype of human potential and the longing to pierce the veil of illusion. In recent years, the Brotherhood of Thoth has found its way into popular culture. Films, novels, and video games depict it as a shadowy cabal guarding forbidden knowledge or controlling reality from behind the scenes. While often sensationalized, these portrayals reflect a deeper cultural fascination with secret wisdom and lost civilizations. Internet forums and YouTube channels speculate wildly on connections between the Brotherhood and Atlantis, alien visitations, the New World Order, or ancient technologies hidden beneath the Sphinx. Though lacking scholarly evidence, these ideas underscore how the myth continues to evolve, adapting to modern anxieties and hopes. Beyond the legends and conspiracies lies a deeper truth. The Secret Brotherhood of Thoth may never have existed as a literal organization, yet, as a symbol, it embodies timeless themes: the power of knowledge, the burden of secrecy, the quest for truth, and the transformative potential of inner awakening. Thoth, the divine scribe, represents the higher mind, the aspect of human consciousness that seeks order in chaos and meaning in mystery. The Brotherhood, then, is the collective inner circle of all who strive for enlightenment, regardless of religion or era. To walk the path of Thoth is to seek truth not for domination, but for harmony. The Secret Brotherhood of Thoth is more than an occult curiosity. It is a mythic lens through which we examine our deepest spiritual yearnings. Whether as ancient initiates beneath the pyramids or modern seekers decoding cryptic texts, the Brotherhood symbolizes the enduring human desire to access divine wisdom and reshape reality from within. Its rituals remind us that transformation comes through courage, discipline, and inner silence. Its mysteries teach us that true power lies not in control, but in understanding. And its legend, far from fading, continues to echo through temples, scrolls, and the minds of all who dare to seek the forbidden truths of the universe. In the end, perhaps the Brotherhood of Thoth is not hidden in the shadows of history, but alive in every soul that dares to ask, what lies beyond the veil of the known?